Hello everyone, hello YouTube, welcome to the LBC pod. It's been a long time, we've given you some content, but we're here to give it to you as always, okay? Alright, I'm here with the boys, Israel, Jordan.
I'm not here to give anything to anybody.
We mean content, we mean content. We mean content. You know what I'm talking about, Alright, so, today is a very interesting video. We will be talking about Invincible, right? And this all started in our group chat, and God, please do not let that group chat ever leak. Jordan was talking about Invincible and this, when he watched the season 3, how he felt. So he wanted to share it, right? We all went to watch it, and now we have some thoughts on season 3. It was an interesting season. Gentlemen, we've all finished season 3. So before we start, right, I would like to say,
stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Jordan, tell us, how was the season 3?
Invincible season 3. Oh, the season part, Invincible season 3. What was the rating? I gave it 7.8 or something.
9. 7.9.
9?
Yeah.
I'm sure I gave it 7.8. Because the 8 is too close.
Yeah, that'd be why you give it 7.9.
Okay, well, I'm bringing 7.8 because 7.9. Oh, the season is not bad. The season is not bad. For those of you who are unfamiliar, there is no show I'll give a 10. So 9 is very good, 8 is fantastic. 7, you are telling more.
You're almost there.
Well, the season, in fact, let me just shorten the thing for us. There, I've written some short points about the animation, the power scaling, and then some story beats. Those are the 3 main things that we're going to talk about today with regards to Invincible season 3. The animation, we are not following the bandwagon. The animation was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't shit. It wasn't. We watched Young Justice season 1 to season 4. There was only like 3 sick fights in the whole of Young Justice. It's not now that people are coming to pretend like Invincible's animation shit. So yeah,
you know what it is. Yeah, this is like a short segue. What it is now, personally, I feel like we've been spoiled for choice.
Too much.
So it's like everybody and their mothers are coming onto whatever social media they can get their hands on, and then talking about animation, but people don't actually, I mean, not to say that we know anything about animation ourselves.
We don't know.
But sorry, there's a lot that goes into animation, so can't they get some slack? Plus, we obviously get to the budget and everything, but the budget also plays a huge role in why the animation was the way it was. So challenging.
I don't really mind the animation this season. It was okay. It was
exactly.
It's like because people saw season 1 and then they saw the Atom Eve special, they thought, you know what, we should get that level of quality. And there's a whole there's a whole episode of Invincible where they even talk about how they cut corners because of the budget and everything. So I'm like, you guys chill. They had 3 years to do the season 1 and 3 years to do the special, right? If you are going to fight about anything, which we will fight about some things, not the animation. The animation was fine. It was watchable, right? Like we've seen where.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was okay.
You all watched it and you enjoyed it. So, sorry.
Don't mind them. It's all revisionist history because even the people who were saying season 1 was like God tier, we should go back to season 1's animation. And the same people who were saying the PNG of Mark flying when he first got his powers, because it was the PNG. Season 1 also had a shit, well, not shit, but subpar moments. So it's just a trend within the show that there are moments where you have to be economical and there are moments where you have to splurge. But because we've gotten shows like Vox Machina, which says Sakuga in every episode, so people are now trying to come up with headcanons for why they don't like Invincible's animation when it wasn't really a problem in season 1. Right now, because there are too many sick shows.
Yeah, and they're not picking on like the smallest thing, like the Fight Master and the other guy when they were stealing the Declaration of Independence. The stairs and they said you didn't animate the background. the trees went animated, like they went moving. I'm like, my guy, you're looking at the fight. We don't really care.
We are working. See, we'll put that. We'll put that scene I'm about to talk about on the screen right now. The part where, and I put this in the group: work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
Work smarter, not harder.
Duplicate.
Yeah,
duplicate.
I remember that scene.
Exactly.
You put it in the group, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is smart. Like you won't see it. It's like
you won't see it.
A frame. Unless you're paying attention, you pause and you want
Unless
to
you're paying attention.
You want to nitpick.
They work smarter, which is very good.
Yeah.
Again, considering their budget, that was very smart.
Exactly.
Like the nitpicking for sure. Yeah, the nitpicking for sure. And I think I also posted the I don't know if it were true, but the thing about them taking feedback from people complaining about how long season 3 took. So season 4 is going to take
now
a short time.
They're saying almost every year we'll have a new season, which is insane. But
which is insane. But you know that definitely people are going to complain more now because the animation is probably going to suffer.
Yeah.
And because of that, people are going to be like, yo, why are you giving us shit animation? And take your time to do the animation. And on the other hand, other people are going to be like, no, we like the you're giving us 2 to 3 years. Every year we are getting one season. That is good. Keep on doing what you're doing. And then
you can't satisfy everyone. You can't satisfy the animation. The animation buffs who are like, we want the best animation, and you can also satisfy the people who are like, okay, we don't care about animation, but we want to have some constant something to watch every year. Give us a new season. You can't satify those two because in that short period, you can't.
They can satisfy everyone. Actually.
Yes, in a sense, right?
But it's not Amazon is being stingy.
Yeah.
Are we going to the budget? Are we going to the budget?
Go to the budget then, Jordan.
Let's go to the budget.
Slide us into the budget. Dive into the budget.
As you may know by now, I think the whole season, as Jordan is the one who even made us aware of this.
Yeah.
The whole season was made with a budget of $23 million. $23 million. $23 million. That sounds like a lot, which is, I mean, it is a lot, right? Mind you, the whole season, $23 million.
Give us a comparison.
Marketing.
Give us a comparison.
Marketing, 23 million. 23 is part of that 23. We have the animation, part of that 23. Voice acting, part of that. J.K. Simmons or whatever his name is. You think it's cheap? Think
Steven Yeun or whatever, bro.
Steven Yeun is cheap. Yeah. You think bringing Conquest on for a few episodes, you think it's cheap? And they are going to bring more superstars into there. It's Jeffrey D. Morgan. You think it's cheap? You think they are going to bring more people into there?
Even Powerflex, whoever did his voice, legend.
They can't get away with this.
Powerflex.
What do you want?
You can hear his frustration. You can hear.
I want the truth. I want justice. I want.
For the whole season, well, just to put the caveat over there, it's right now it's speculated to 80 million because the showrunners came and said they have like 1/4 of what the boys uses for an episode for the entire season. So that's like around, if you do the math, around like $23 million, which is insane because even we're just talking about Gravity Falls of the core. Gravity Falls, one episode is around 10 to 15 million to make one episode, the whole season of Invincible. So yeah, it's not very close. There's no way people can expect.
Yeah.
But the thing too is, Amazon is the higher ups at Amazon. They are the ones doing this to the show because Invincible.
Amazon don't show us. This is all speculative.
Come. You find us, we're in Ghana.
If you like, come.
Charlie, don't worry, we'll be fine. We are not sponsored by Amazon. I don't think so.
Yes.
We'll show. Yeah, we'll show. Like Amazon did the best they could do. You people, you don't know what you want. We want justice.
You don't know what we want. We tell you. We know what you want.
We know what you
We'll
want.
tell you what you
You
want.
know Amazon like we do. Amazon is our boy.
Some boy, man. We knew Amazon since the 80s. Since the
Jeff Bezos is not a villain.
like he's the best. He doesn't look like
He's
Lex
the
Luthor at all.
best.
He doesn't look like Lex Luthor at all, right? He doesn't look like
No.
a villain. Yeah. Charlie, he's the best.
It's not heavy. It's
You saw
not a
that?
coincidence.
It's just a coincidence, and he loves tech like Lex Luthor, but it's just a coincidence. Who's seen that video of him with the mech arms and he's laughing?
Yeah.
You see that video?
I've seen it. He's laughing like a Superman,
He's super villain.
bro. It should be in the next Superman movie. Yeah. We'll do a video on that one too when it comes out. We'll watch the movie and then we'll do a video on that one. So get ready. Yeah. We are hoping he can save the DCU, but we'll come to that. Keep going. So Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
one episode. Wow.
One episode. And that's the thing that was in my mind is that since Invincible is the cash cow of animation for Amazon Prime, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense, but also doesn't make sense for them to put in so little money into the show, because business-wise, the executives that we were saying, it makes more sense for them to not invest that much in Invincible because it's still generating large sums of revenue. So if I'm going to put one CD and I get 10,000 Ghana cedis back, why would I increase from 1 CD to 2 CDs? I'll just keep it at 1 CD and then keep getting 10,000 back. Right? I'll just low investment, high reward. But on the other hand, too, you have shows like Vox Machina. You have so many other shows that have a larger animation crew, but they have less reach than Invincible, because the people who are watching Vox Machina, you can even tell from the trailers, it's not even half of the viewership of Invincible. But the studio behind Vox Machina, the crew is much more. Skybound Production is a studio that does Invincible, and it was created specifically to make Invincible, which is cool. More they have in-house animators, but the crew is so small. I was even surprised when I saw the guy who did the storyboard for the Conquest and Mark fight, called Jaquim Dos Santos or so. He was approached he used to do the storyboards for Justice League Unlimited, Justice League, the old Justice League cartoons.
Yeah.
And all that. I had to approach him to come and do the storyboard. I was like, bro, so even your in-house animators class, if they are not outsourcing the thing, so it's not like they are doing something illegal or it's not allowed, you can outsource. But clearly you guys need a lot of people to make the show work, but still Amazon is, which doesn't make any sense. Because
they're trying to
squeeze
blood out of a turnip. Like they're like, we know we are going to get money from this thing anyways. We'll just make sure we don't put too much of our own money into it. Just get all the money we want because they are fans of the show. And squeeze it.
Doesn't make sense.
Charlito, you are dry
like
You are dry like Powerplex's family. Bro, it is bad.
You know the first.
Hey. He did it to them himself. Charlie, alright. So I continue.
But yeah, because they want to release a season every year, it doesn't really make sense the strategy they are taking. Because if it was the same 2 to 3 years, then sure, you just pay them as little as possible, but they have enough time to cook. But now they don't have enough time to cook, and you're not hiring enough people to make whatever they've cooked look decent enough for the hype level that the show has attained at the moment. So it just doesn't make any sense, because even the cost cutting measures they are taking crassive. Now it's starting to show within the cracks for I don't call them amateurs because it makes that sound elitist, but people who are not well versed in animation, they're calling out the stuff that they're doing bad, because one of my main gripes this season, the power inconsistency. The Invincible War, you couldn't even tell which Invincible was stronger than who, because they are clearly not all the same strength level. But the animation wouldn't let you know that they are all throwing the same punches. Everybody's taking the same damage. Because the storyboard couldn't be as flexible as they would like it to be. Because I'm sure maybe there was some parts where Mark would punch and let his punch will have like a bigger shockwave than the other Mark that he's fighting, our Mark, and the other Mark that he's fighting. But you can't do that because we already have 35 shots to do. We are only 6 people. How are we going to? So they have to cut down the storyboard to make it boom, and boom, everybody's doing the same, boom,
the same stuff, the same. But before we even come to that one, right, Jordan? Let's start with why we have a problem with power scaling. This season starts with them telling us all Mark stats like he's a player on a winning 11. It's like, oh, strength, agility, endurance. Like they are telling us these percentages like he's trying to, and I'm like, okay.
It's double ball, isn't a scout in the stats.
And it's like it's over 9,000 or some shit, right? And all of that, they say all these things, and you're like, okay, that means it's going to be really strong compared from season 1 till now, right? Because they've been basically tracking his strength from season 1 till this point. If you say someone's strength is at what was the percentile? Cecil, tell us.
Over 130.
No, that means he's
30%.
Yeah, he's stronger. Double and plus 30 more stronger than he was in season 1. Like if you are taking season 1, it's just 0, right? Because he just got his powers.
Using context clues, Kras, if you can place him to what's her name, Anissa, the girl you fought at the end of last season. Yeah. If you are saying he's 130% stronger than he was when he fought her, and he was, let's say, around like 40% of her power, he should be on power or more powerful than her. But this whole season, bro, centipedes were whooping this guy's ass.
Yo, the power inconsistencies are crazy.
If the centipedes besides it, then go take over the earth.
They go take.
Nobody go fish nobody.
Doc Seismic, Doc Seismic or whatever his name is. They've beaten him so many times. And this guy just says, you know what? I'll make friends with some creepy crawlies under the earth. And then they come out and these centipedes are so OP. They and those spiders who do the webbing, they encase you in those eggs. You can't break those eggs.
All the superheroes can't break.
Can't break. And the reanimate, those things that are not like Mark is just tearing them apart, you know. They came and opened it.
Mark just want to tear them apart.
Like they opened it like it was silk. It was silk. Like you see the frustration in my face when it comes to power inconsistencies. This was the biggest gripe this season. Centipedes were whooping all the heroes their ass. If all your best heroes in the world, in fact,
how do you manage to catch them?
One man captured all of them. If one man captured all the heroes, and he was about to take over the world. Think about it, Jordan. He was about to take over the earth. He captured all their heroes. They couldn't escape. Mark came and was bitching because he and Atom Eve are now dating. And you know, by the way, Atom Eve, best girl, as in like this season. When she was a girlfriend, I liked it. When she was Atom Eve, we have power issues. Look, Atom Eve, we'll come to her. Let's go to Mark.
Eve, we like Eve.
We like Eve.
We like Eve.
We don't like Atom Eve. Fuck that bitch. Now, yo, Doc Seismic captures all your heroes. If you know what, they deserve what Viltrumites do to them every time they come to Earth. Yeah, they deserve it. Look, what happened in Chicago with Omni-Man and the train? The people on the train deserve it. What happened on the beach with Conquest? They deserve it. Do you know why? These people should have already. They should have had contingency plans long ago for Viltrumites.
Normally, they have this kind of take, so.
Yeah, but like today they are bored. You know these people are threats. You know that the Viltrumites are threats, and you let someone like Doc Seismic capture all the heroes in your whole freaking world, your whole planet.
No. Relax. I have a theory. Cecil forgo take Doc Seismic. Cecil needs to go, and then you see what he's been doing to them, the villains, right? You know I'm about to say. Reanimation. Exactly. Conquest wouldn't stand a chance. Conquest wouldn't stand a chance.
Israel, I don't know about that. I think the Viltrumites are not like
I'm ready
Mark.
for my arrival work. And then I try to work.
The thing is, I don't think it's going to work, right? Because think about it too.
We don't need it to work.
Yeah.
We need it to store long enough for every other hero to jump them.
To jump them. Like what? What's his name? Boss that baby, grown up baby or whatever who was squished. You mean that kind of hero? Business
He's not dead. He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
I'm sure.
No. On a podcast. Yeah, on a podcast. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay.
The writer came on the podcast and said that definitively he's not the business. Yeah, he's alive.
Because after that squish, I'm sure his stocks are going down. I sure like the moment he was squished, his stocks all they drop, bro. Like why? What did he do? Bro? What did he do? No, Jordan. These are
the arguments.
We have Invincible, who should be basically the strongest hero on earth, right? Something like that. And that barring if Eve is like broken, barring her, Invincible should basically be the strongest physically and everything. Centipedes were eating your guy's ass, bro. Centipedes.
The centipedes class. Okay, you will get to that one later because I have a problem with how fast Mark turned against this season. Along with how fast he dated to, but that was later on when I talk about the story. But the centipede, they made it look like the centipede had poisoned Mark, and then that's why he was acting erratic against it. Because if you watch the season, the centipede point, it basically pierced him. That's when Darkwing showed up, and then Mark was like, "Where's Darkwing over here?" And then he bought against Cecil. He went to the GDP, and then all of a sudden he wasn't listening to it because Cecil was literally talking to him in a calm tone, and all like Mark was coming there for blood. So I'm like, wait, are they going to say the centipede? But no, Mark legit ball. I was like, bro, what kind of hypocritic?
Yeah, it was.
No. You didn't see the you didn't see written in between the lines. You Bob. They were trying to tell us that it was Mark's Viltrumite side that was coming out, and that is what Cecil saw.
That's why he's scared.
That's what Cecil saw,
like,
and that's why he was scared.
Deja vu. I've been in this place.
No. I know what you talk about.
Yeah, but
I know what you talk about.
Too fast. It was literally too fast.
When the centipede bit him, bro, he was only dizzy. It's not like it was corrupting him.
Yeah.
All it was making him dizzy.
Yeah.
Every action he took this season, and he's like the one person I am the most like frustrated with, because he's acting. And you know what? I was talking with another friend of ours about it. He said the guy is a kid, right? Mark is a kid. He just got his powers recently. And like he was traumatized because his dad basically, like, think about your dad beating you almost to death. It's going to do something to you, right? But that's fine, all right though. Remember though that in season 2, he goes to meet his dad again, and then they are attacked by some Viltrumites. And what did his dad say? Like, these people, you don't fight them being or holding back and stuff, because they fight to kill. So you have to fight like to try and kill them. What did Mark do? He was actually holding his own against Viltrumites. So it doesn't make sense then that now that all of the centipedes are being like an issue. I'm happy Conquest came there and squished the worm. He squished the fucking worm, and it would have been worse. It would have been worse if it wasn't for plot armor. But we'll go to the story. Let's continue our inconsistencies. You see, so he held his own against Viltrumites, but centipedes, will not affect these Viltrumites at all. Are biting him and piercing him. If they said he's invulnerable by the percentage, they shouldn't be able to pierce through his skin.
How did he pierce? Because he was literally under lava. He was in lava for how many minutes? I've forgotten how long. This guy was holding his breath under lava.
Long enough.
He flew from the earth to the moon. And they are going to tell me that. Because like, it breaks the whole point of the season, where the season is supposed to be about Mark essentially holding back because he has gotten too strong, and now he has to hold back. He's facing the consequences of how strong he and his kind are. The documents what his dad did in Chicago, blah 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 blah. Even though the whole episode that started off with the villain's perspective, to show how meaningless their lives are with regards to the heroes and all that. They showed the villain they were trying to make money. They just did one slip up. Mark came to clap there. So like the whole season is supposed to show that
Mark and his younger brother.
Mark and his younger brother. See that point. We'll get to that point.
We'll get to it.
But the
Oliver.
Oliver.
That prick, that's a prick. That purple something.
The purple little neglect. Charlie.
And they tell you say that boy
He just likes to run fades. He just likes to run fades. I'm like, my guy, relax. Number one, you just grew up.
Just let the balls.
You just grew up. You're like two months old. You know, grow. You won't fight, right? And then
He was all the smoke.
I don't know. It look like he be battle beast in the apprentice or something.
yeah, Battle Beast was on site with that guy every time. This guy, he's like, put your hands out, bro. Put your hands out. Like Battle Beast, but is it the strongest baby in the universe? It's like, it's a baby, but is it the strongest baby in the universe, though? Put your hands out. Battle Beast doesn't care, bro. You run the field on anyone as long as you're strong. But let's continue the power scaling.
Yes, I was saying that it kind of invalidates the whole point of Mark versus Conquest because even that fight that he had in Action Levy, like from what the season was trying to tell us, Mark has been holding back. He's been trying to face the consequences of his actions and then how strong his reasons and the virtual mindset and all of that. And then he also faced heavy consequences when he fought what's his name, Powerplex, because that's somebody that he couldn't punch because the guy literally grew stronger when the more you beat him up. But he also can't let him go too because the guy is literally a rat. So, and then what Mark even told him at the ending of the episode where he was supposed to be shooting, but it's very insensitive, was like, take solace that I feel so. He was telling the guy who has lost his wife and kids and his auntie and his D whatever, his extended family got buried in the rubble because you and your dad were fighting. You're telling him that I'll do better. I'm feeling bad for you, like, bruh. And the guy literally made him understand
This is how you make super villains. So you do some shit and then you go and say some shit like that. And now when the guy escapes from prison, he's seeing that everyone is beating Invincibles in the Invincible war. He's like, yeah, now everyone understands what I'm going through. Like, I told you, somebody pick up the phone because I called it. Do you all see this? I freaking called it. So it's like your guy, and now Mark will go and say some stupid shit like that. Do you know what? Do you know how you deal with people like that? You don't engage. You don't say anything to them. Let your actions speak louder than your words. The guy is because Powerplex in mind best though. He doesn't have a brain at this point. His brain all juice. I did laugh so.
If I be Powerplex, after beating, you see Powerplex beat one Mark, right?
Yeah.
Mark variant. If I be Powerplex, like I go search the original Mark. As the whole commotion they go on, I go search the original Mark. Then as soon as I find him, I don't go chase him, I don't go fight him. I'll just follow him around and be pointing, this is a variant.
So they're all jumping. They're all just jumping. They all just jump the guy.
And you know Mark won't fight back because he's not.
That's his problem. His problem is he's not fighting back. He's not fighting back, and that's why Earth is under like. Look, if I was in their world, I wouldn't want Charlie almost had him. If I was in their world, I wouldn't want Mark to be our greatest hero. We have the Immortal too, bro. He too is sorry. He's fucking sorry. No, the Immortal is sorry. No, Jordan. Look,
Immortals, you have to cut Immortals some slack.
If I was in
You have to
DC,
cut Immortals some slack.
relax, Jordan. If I was
You
in
have to cut some
DC,
slack. Oh, he shit.
Yes, he's shit.
He shit. Oh, yeah. He shot. But I have to cut him some slack. Guy has been fighting for thousands of years. You know, be hundreds. It's not a few days. Thousands of years. If you be human,
Alex, relax. Alex, relax.
Yeah,
Relax.
I'll allow you.
Make it finish.
Every time they won't be more tired, I'm like, Charlie, this is an elderly abuse. You can't.
Allow a big man.
Allow it, big man. You let me just put my Uno card down. It's Israel's turn now. I just put my Uno card down right now. Israel. Because me, what?
So you know for a fact that because he has been fighting for over 1,000 years. That is why he should be the strongest person on the fucking planet. But every single season, every single season, then he's the headless henchman, the headless every
season. It's like a guard at this point. It's a guard. We have to remove. It's like a checklist. We have to remove Immortal's head. Mark has to be a bitch. Like we have to always check these boxes, bro. Like why? You have experience for 1,000 years, and number two, because you have fought for so long, you are basically a Viltrumite. These people, all they know is battle, and you are telling me Immortal hasn't got some invulnerability for fighting for 1,000 years, exercising.
That's my counterpoint.
This guy is only plowing duplicate. He's only plowing duplicate.
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
Say Greg.
Sure. Duplicate is like what, 90 or 8 bro is. Nah, he's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
But see, I'm not saying Immortal is the shit or anything. I'm not saying Immortal is the shit. He's not the shit. He's sharp. But what I'm saying is that he's 1,000 years old. The guy hasn't evolved his powers in any way because he's literally the show. I think the show is trying to tell us that he's going through the shit he's going through because he's been 1,000 years and he can't evolve. He's literally this guy. He doesn't have. I'm sure his strength is the same as what's the bulletproof that black guy. Oh, Black Samson, sorry, not Bulletproof. They literally have the same level of strength because he's not that strong. One of the Mark parents was slapping him left and right. Even season 1, when he woke up from his pseudo death and he was like, "Where's Omni Man?" Like, oh my god, he's about to show. He threw 2 punches. Omni Man just tore him. He's not that strong. Like he's just a jobber. He's been a jobber for like so it's kind of sucks like to be him.
They use him to power scale other characters. He's the whole. They beat him and like, okay.
What's his name? Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's character, I've forgotten his name.
I don't know.
Alan. When Alan came in season 1.
Yeah.
When he came in season 1, they literally made Immortal and fight. He just jail Immortal and show Oscar. Immortal. Like he's not that strong. The guy's not that strong. He's just Immortal. He's not that strong. Like Alan said in season 1 was showing him, he's not that strong. So that's why when he quit, I was like, okay, so that's where they're going with this story. Because he's just there to jobs. I'm sure they're trying to do something to the story.
Speaking of Alan, Seth, this is how you do power scaling.
Yeah.
Alan is trying to do.
I have a problem with that part, that episode. I got the episode 6 or something where he had talking about.
We will come to it, but I understand what Israel is saying, like the power scaling.
This is how you do power scaling.
It's okay.
Because
when they said he's strong, you can see it. You can see he's holding himself toe to toe with Viltrumite to the point that he's not scared that they captured him. He's like, capture me, I'll act like I'm there so that they take me away.
He's supposed to be stronger, like at least 50%. Remember, Anissa said she came and then she gave him a full power hit at the end of season 2. And then this guy just closed his eyes. You're like, wait, that didn't hear. I was like, bro, and Viltrumite just came to, and he gave her 1 punch. She was nose bleeding. See how long she fought Mark for it. Mark didn't do shit, and he gave her 1 punch, and her nose was bleeding. So he's way stronger than. Anissa is not like bottom rank. She's like below Conquest, but she's not bottom rank.
Let's say
so the fact
they're saying there are 50 that are still alive. Let's see. Anissa will probably be in the top 20, maybe. We don't know. We haven't seen everything. But she's probably in the top 20. And I'm saying if you are in the top 20, you should be like you should be really strong. Like you are really strong if you're in the top 20. But compared to
Definitely. Because Anissa, in fact, I'll say she's higher than top 2 because Nolan is a legend, and the season stated when Anissa dropped at the end of season 2, and she was fighting man, that he thinks she might be stronger, she might be on par or stronger than Nolan. So
he doesn't know how to power scale. He doesn't know how to power scale. Clearly, he mentioned some numbers in the episode 1, and Mark's numbers are fake. Mark numbers are fake. He's a fraud. He mentioned numbers in episode 1. He came like Stephen A. Smith. He was like, yeah, my boy Mark, yeah, he got strength 95. He got this 85. He got this 75. Yeah, and then you see Mark being thrashed the whole season. Centipedes beating him. Spiders. He can't break out of their web. Nothing. He's not doing anything. This whole season is useless. And the funny thing is, he's the most practical when he's threatening Cecil's life, which is what pissed me off the most. He is breaking through the reanimate like they're butter. But then when it comes to actually saving people's lives, this guy won't do it. He goes to, I'm waiting for Eve to wake up. My guy, clearly she'll wake up. Relax and go and save people's lives, bro. But you were chasing after Cecil, trying to fuck him up. You see how he was scared shitless? I understand why he's putting all the things in the guy's body to make sure he can control him. Because Charlie, like, you are a threat. You are a threat. You are a menace to society. So we will put you down. Sure.
It's not serious. You know the annoying thing about Invincible? Apparently it will get worse. Like the power scaling issues get worse even in the comics. Because Robert Kirkman, from what I'm saying, he writes what he wants to happen in that scene, but he doesn't really take the general power scale into consideration when he's doing it. Because the reanimate, even general storytelling class, if the 4 reanimate were showing Nolan Vale in season 1, and now the guy who makes the reanimate, he's gotten more resources, more time, he's studied Viltrumite physiology, they literally have continuities in Mark's brain, like they study Viltrumite. How is Mark beating hundreds of reanimate? Like, bro, come on. Like,
130% stronger.
Yeah, 130% strong. Sure. So now he's stronger than Nolan. He's stronger
than Nolan.
Nolan turned the beam from space.
Charlie.
A beam from space that caused an explosion that wiped out the water. It was like the world's most expensive nosebleed. And now Mark is.
Charlie.
But the centipede to pierce Mark's skin. That makes perfect.
That makes all the sense in the world, bro.
This centipede.
And Charlie.
This centipede.
So let's take it from the top, right? Let's take it from the top. So we have them talking about how strong he's gotten. Let's go to his life. Now he's with Atom Eve. That's great. That's good for him. Yes. Even good for him. Multiple times, even on the death of one of our characters in the show, Charlie.
The saddest thing I've ever seen. Nobody gives.
Look, that funeral, it was. I don't know why. Like, it's like as if they were trying to say, "Oh, Rex would have wanted it to be this way. We all wear bright costumes." And then we come for his funeral and we make jokes, and then maybe Mark goes to fuck his ex-girlfriend. Okay, maybe this is what he would have laughed about it. He's laughing about it, whether he's up there or down there, we don't know. But I think he got some redemption, so he's up there, right?
He's definitely down there, where all the explosives are.
Oh, Charlie.
You know what's funny? Fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Powerplex was supposed to be at the funeral.
He was supposed to be there.
Oh, really?
Really?
As in he was in the comics, but he didn't.
But he's not in the animation.
That means in the animation, he hates Invincible more than he hates him in the comics. He hates him more. He's like, I'll be near this guy. I'm not going to be near this guy at all. I don't want to breathe the same air he's breathing. If he's not.
The funny thing, Purpose put in a funeral, and he's just waiting for somebody to trip him, so you fall in. He just did the bomb for no reason.
Powerplex. Hey, this guy. So Mark and Eve are seeing each other now, and the way they do Eve, you think she's the best girlfriend in the world, right? Like, everything Sam the guy won't do, she's understand. I understand, because she's also a hero. she understands the guy's life. Not like Amber. I think it's because they gave us Amber, and then they gave us Eve, and we're like, hey, Satan to God, there's a huge gap. Amber was the worst. Amber was the worst in the beginning, but she got better. She got better. But Eve, from the jump, like you can feel like she likes the guy. Like she really likes the guy. But like there's something there. Now Atom Eve on the other hand,
their relationship felt too rushed.
It felt
their
rushed.
Relationship felt.
It felt rushed, but I think Jordan right now is last. They're just trying to fuck each other. That's all it is. They are horny teenagers.
He's last.
And they're just trying to plow. They're taking advantage.
What's a spoiler?
Yeah, it was legitimately rushed. There are plenty of things that happen in the comics.
What's a spoiler?
But yes.
What?
Why? For the comics?
Don't spoil anything. Don't spoil anything because maybe
Don't spoil it.
the spoiling.
Let me just say. Who remembers that scene? The last banging scene for the whole season.
When her powers style were going on the fridge.
And the liquid.
Does anybody? Yeah, the Max Shada became liquefied.
Liquefied, yeah. I know.
Does anybody even know what that is?
I know what it is because you know.
I think now,
Yeah.
Her mental blocks are kind of gone. So.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
We'll not spoil it for anyone.
Yeah. We won't spoil it for anyone, but yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
So let's look at some of the characters.
See, season 4 can be this. He's just in the quick fire. He's finally Invincible.
He's dead. So
He's very invincible.
he's very invincible. So now let's talk about some of the characters. Let's start with Cecil because we've hit Mark too much. Let's go to Cecil. Cecil was just being Cecil this season. The guy was like, he was like, this guy is called.
I imagine Cecil just like, you see that his screen, he just started, but you Cecil just the watch. He just he watch plus the corner of your eye. He watch if the other people they watch him.
Because think about it though, this entire season, you said you don't want to work with the guy. You said you don't want to work with the guy. You've threatened his life on multiple occasions, right? Heck, you've made the guy scared, man. Like he summoned 300,000 reanimen or whatever. And then now you are screaming for his help. Nah, my guy, you and your bitch will die because you are holding back when you should not be holding back. These people are here
like,
to
I actually like the show. Why they did. I like the fact that they actually did that. Because I think the whole point of the season is that Mark is not in the right.
Yes.
That's why they showed Cecil's backstory to show that he also wants the Mark, and the reality hit him. You're like, oh yeah, I can't just be going through life with roasted Tegla. So like Mark is not in the right. So at the end of the day, he still needs Cecil's help. So that's what I think.
And plus,
I don't know if they're going to start shit where they will add magic to Max.
We know it's going to happen.
It's definitely going to happen. And look at
so that's what I was saying. Because they have to boost Max. He can't fight.
I don't know. Alex, if you know, because this one just reflection, but definitely. That's what I think. From the way season 3 ended. Yeah.
What I think is that they are going to keep checking their boxes. Mark is going to keep getting washed every season, and then he's going to need the help of friendship to win his fights. That's all it's going to be till the end, and maybe the final fight. Whoever he's fighting with, I know who he's fighting with, but whoever you fight with, maybe you fight alone. And even then, I don't think you fight alone. It's like that is the show. The guy doesn't want to really make his hero like, oh, he's the most strongest, so there's no fear that he could lose.
Oh yeah. I mean that's the whole point of the show. Like he becomes invincible.
So, but the thing is, I want some tension. I understand. I want tension where the guy, he could win, he could lose. It's a toss-up. But I want to also see some believable. Yeah, Charlie, coin toss. You don't know. But I want to also see some believability in, like, you are saying he's getting stronger. I want to see it. I'm not seeing it this season. I definitely didn't see it. It felt like he was worse than he was in the previous seasons. Like, bro, holding your own against some Viltrumites who have trained. No, Viltrumites who have trained their entire life. Holding your own against them. And then
They were opening his house. It was the ending
But he was
this season, at
holding
least.
his own.
The fights that he had, he was being tactful because the strength is not just about you punching hard. Like, they were literally showing how Max maneuverability with it. He's gotten better flying. So when he was fighting with Action himself, he could stop when he was going at full speed to dodge Action's portals and all of that. So he has gotten strong. It's just that they didn't portray it properly in the season because of I'm sure the limited animation and story reporting.
And by the way,
Jonah is saying they didn't portray it properly. Alex is saying they did not portray it at all.
At all. Like, look, flying is a thing that he has been doing, sir. But then it looks like they've been training him physically, right? They've been training him.
Alex, what Alex is saying is like that is something he has been doing for a long time. So right now he doesn't know how to stop.
Like, what's the point?
This is a fair point. It's a fair point.
Look,
it's a fair point.
I can understand maybe
that was my gripe. That was my gripe for last season. That was my gripe. I don't know if you remember, Jordan, because
when he was flying through
when he was flying straight through the portal, you know this guy makes portals, but you are flying straight into the portals. Are you a fool?
If you are using the law from season 1, I mean, Nolan explained how the Viltrumites fly. That's like the second episode or something. He was like, it's like peeing your pants on purpose and like squeezing stuff. So it's not just Mark wants to fly, then he's fly. He has to actively use muscles to go fast and stop the turn and all of that. So at the very least, you can see that now the training.
You said who? No. Who did you say? Who was explaining?
Nolan. He said Nolan.
You know, yeah, that's the Lord explained to Mark how their flight works. Because then season 1, Mark didn't know how to fly. He just could go up, but he didn't know how to move in the air. And then Nolan was explaining that it's like peeing your pants on purpose. You need to have you essentially focus then squeeze some muscles in your body for you to go fast, for you to stop, for you to turn and all of that. So at the very least, you can see that fine. Mark has now like started to master all those extra muscles to now stop, fly fast and season 1 to season 3 is not that long. It's actually not that long.
Yeah, fine.
Like, time hasn't passed that long.
But when I write, if I was writing this, if I was one of the writers, please hire me, Amazon, because clearly you people don't know what you're doing. But if you are writing something like this, it's true because you don't show the guy hold himself getting serious. He got serious because Nolan was like, fight, Mark, fight, not think, no more thinking, we should fight. And the guy was holding his own. Like, go and watch it. Unless maybe those Viltrumites are ass. They are not pure Viltrumites. They are below the 50.
Oh, that fight's crassive.
They are below the 50.
That fight's crassive.
Okay.
The fight that you're using as a benchmark, safe. That fight, I'm not going to use Kabukai, but I was complaining about that fight in season 2 because how are two Viltrumites fighting and they are just throwing regular points? No one literally points a guy going to get him up. I was like, bro, Viltrumites fight. This is not who flew through a planet, and they showed us that he was going so fast that the planet was. He points a guy and they have to fall and rubble. That fight was very inconsistent. It's very. And then one
because of the
walks and cuts the guy's stomach. How do you cut a Viltrumites box? How do you cut a Viltrumites box? That fight doesn't make any sense.
Surface tension.
It should have broken.
How? If you're cutting through the rocks, then it means the rock is already established. Super drop of rock, and he flew at super speed. But this guy just took the rock and shoved it in.
Yeah, it'd be science.
If it was his hand, it would make sense because Nolan would be stronger, right? And so cutting him with his hand makes sense. But with the rock,
with your hand,
with the rock there, Charlie, like, what are we doing?
Rock that you've already established that they can just fall on it and it would. How is that? Or that would one rubble be there? They would still drop it on the rope. It didn't really make sense. But
they should
find the philosopher's stone.
They should find it and then use it to fight the Viltrumites. That rock is their salvation because Mark isn't their salvation. It's that rock. Get that rock. He will do it. The rock. He will do the job because, even if I'm not using that fight as a benchmark, bro, they've given us his stats. They've given us everything. I want to see the improvement. You fought Anissa. Of course, Anissa just beat him. And in the comics she did worse. But she beat him, right?
Yep.
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 She did worse in the
Yep.
comics. And
This is what I was telling Jordan the last time that he was
Right.
like, he doesn't know anything about it. I was like, okay,
she
you
did
poor
worse.
soul.
She did worse, class. So she did that to him, and then in the show, now you are saying he's stronger, right? Like he's been training this entire time, getting ready for Viltrumites. You don't just train your muscles, so you train your mentality too. You think that conquest is going to stop when he's flying at you, and you are saying stop? What? Your mentality. Oh,
Don't be rash.
what could he have told
Don't be rash.
Conquest? What could he have told Conquest that will make the guy say, you know what? I've changed my mind, Worm. I'll just leave your planet. No! Like, no! The guy told you, I want you to resist. I want you to resist. Please. My life is boring. This is my fun time. Don't take my fun time away from me, Mark. Resist. Resist. He looked him in the eye and said, resist. But we'll come to Conquest.
You see the slap he gave Oliver.
Let's talk about Oliver first. Let's talk about Oliver. I like Oliver's mentality this season. Oliver's mentality, switch it with Mark, and then give Mark some better strength, and I'll like Invincible even more. But you switch the mentality. Oliver's like, yo, if we don't kill Angstrom, Levi, and after all what he's done, bro, he's gonna come back and do this.
But I really like what he did, because like Robert Kevin was literally trying to critique. I don't know what happened when he was writing that part of the comics at the time Tucci was writing it, but it looks like he was literally trying to critique some of the critics of the comic. The people saying that Mark is like, his morality is not, it doesn't really make sense. He should be a Superman type character and all of that. But he keeps the multiple, he just scattered the multiples. Like, but I think what Robert Kirkman was doing with that whole scenario was to show that Superman doesn't work in the Invincible universe. He just doesn't work in the Invincible.
Oh,
he
no,
can
he
work
worked.
when he saves all the people that he can.
Do you know
Invincible, you save an old lady and you mistakenly break her hand because he's too much strength.
Superman work in the Invincible universe because Superman will just lock you all in jail, in some proper Supermax jail.
He doesn't work. They all escape.
No. I'm talking about the
and then they work kill more people.
The jail that can hold Viltrumites. I'm talking about Superman will zip through the whole earth, lock them all up. It's not. Yes, Invincible is a different story. It's all about stopping the villain, right? Or maybe locking them up. It's one of the two. So they can kill. We've seen them kill before. So when you've seen them kill before, and Mark, you thought the guy was dead. You thought you killed him. You've broken that wire in your brain that says killing is wrong. You've broken it already. There's no going back. The guy has come back. He's hurt your girlfriend. He's hurt a lot of people. People have died. And then this man is like, bro, I want to sit by my girlfriend and wait till she gets better. Instead of going to save people's lives. Understand why I'm like, Conquest.
Yeah, like you said that he's a kid.
Yes,
but you already said that he's a kid. Because Mark is like 18.
And
so he's not mentally mature.
That's why
plus he's literally been fighting his inner edges to not be like his dad. The whole point was the last season and all of that, but he eventually killed Angstrom. Now the guy who was the death that he thought he had caused has come back again. So he seems as his chance to not repeat his mistake. But he's also being very dumb because the guy has literally brought how many Invincibles to come and destroy the earth. So like the show is not trying to portray Mark as good or his actions as right. It's portraying him as human.
Oh, I understand.
Which like I respect.
Number one, he's a kid, right? Like he just got his powers basically.
Yeah.
He's a kid. He's gone through a lot of mental issues, even physical ones. Because after what his dad did to him, bro, any 19-year-old would have been freaking broken, like shattered and everything. I can give him that. You already started having sex, Mark, right? You already know that now. You have to be practical. If I was Earth only champion and I know that my race from another planet is coming to fuck all the people I love up, I'll be way stronger than Mark at this point. And I'll be practical. That's the thing. He was very practical about protecting his family when Cecil is just trying to make sure that, like, we have some safe measures. For instance, putting the chip in his brain so that he can press that sonic thing. Yo, Cecil is being practical there. If we can't stop you, what do we do? but we still need you, so I'm working with you. Mark, on the other hand, he will act practical, as in he'll be threatening Cecil's life, destroying the Reanimen and doing all of that.
Mark was a
knowing the guy, yes, and then at the same time too, he will turn his back and say he's holding back against things that are actual threats to his family. Like, think about that for a second.
That's why the whole thing with Angstrom escaping happened, Krasef, so that he will finally realize that there are certain people that you can't. Because the season, like, Mark didn't make sense. You want to save your dad. You want to bring Nolan. Essentially, the last season when he went to visit Nolan on that planet, so like, come back to Earth. Like, bro, this man, how many people did this man kill? He used your face to clear a whole train. And now this season, you're here giving Cecil shit for working with villains, but you want to bring like the biggest up of planet Earth back. So Mark was being a hypocrite, and then Oliver throwing his own words in his face, was kind of the caveat to all of whatever it is.
Oliver be the best to me, MVP. The whole season.
Yeah, Oliver. He was there.
Why the laugh? You see, he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted.
The Mollers,
and he went after it. The Mollers, you see what the Mollers were trying to do. I will scatter them. Blew one's head off. Bro, simple. And I know why they made him do it. I know why they made him do it. They are clones to some degree, so they are not alive. So, like, the audience can accept that a kid just killed 2 people. In a sense, that's writing. But if he did it to human beings, we wouldn't be giving him the leeway we are giving him. So
I'll be down with it.
Yes, which is fine. You are trying to ease us into it. Then why isn't Mark himself at least understanding that, the times where you are there, you are trying to protect your family, threatening Cecil's life, the one person who has all the resources to help you and all the heroes, he's putting them together and everything to save the planet, you are threatening his life, but then Angstrom Levy comes and he's killed so many people and threatened so many people's lives, and this time there you are thinking about whether or not we should kill him. Bro, me, the moment I saw him, his head is off, like it's falling out in, like, bro, his head is out, and it's falling in a portal. I don't care, bro. I'll take his head, send it to my room, put it on my wall. I'm not playing that game. He has to become practical.
You use all the 130% to slice
his head off, bro. Like, okay.
See, under normal circumstances, after everything Angstrom has done, almost killed your mother. That's part of the reason why he literally killed, because he was so upset and Angstrom deserved to get caught. But the show is also trying to play both cards, where Mark is still a kid. He's not a virgin who's been killing people for hundreds of years now, so he still has a conscience. Mark has only killed 2 people in the whole show, which is multi-pause, his shit, and shit. They didn't
really count those.
And then Angstrom,
we can't count
so,
them.
And that's what you see. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You can't even plus Immortal. So this season alone, Seth has taken 2 of the 3 people that he's killed. This is multiple close and then Immortal. So it's not like the Punisher, where the Punisher is not hesitating to kill somebody who's killed. This is a kid who hasn't killed that many people, and he was being compared to his dad, because now, like, he's the only virgin on the planet, and he's the strongest superhero. So Cecil has countermeasures for him. So he doesn't want to go down.
Yeah, but
his dad's path. On the other hand, too.
Did he hear that? His dad was like, bro, they're like ants to us, bro. They're like ants. No, if your dad says, like a pet. You heard your dad call your mom a pet, and then also too that all the humans here are like ants. You have to understand something. That's where you realize that, oh shit, this is the real deal. When I'm facing these kind of people, I have to be practical. Maybe the people on Earth, like the centipedes, so you can chill. But when you're facing a Viltrumite, you have to be practical, meaning train before they come. You have to be way stronger before they come. What are they letting the guy do? No, when they training that, when a weak ass training that, he's fighting some giant who is a kid. Some giant who is a kid, and the kid Charlie.
That kid's a boy.
No.
That kid's a boy.
He's a kid.
When the Invincible war started.
He's a kid. Don't allow him to fight. But
business
baby, dear, he should come. even though it will hurt his stocks, business baby should come, but that kid shouldn't come, bro. It's not fair. They hate the rich.
Another MVP, Tech Jacket.
Yeah, Tech Jacket too. Yeah, he killed the Viltrum.
The one in space.
Space.
Okay, yeah. I was like, who the hell is that? Yeah.
That's a
the person just come with.
Yeah.
It's from the comic. Yeah, I saw that there's some comic spoilers so.
Yeah.
Tech Jacket.
The person
who is your favorite? Variant? My favorite variant is the one who was beating the Guardians of the Globe. He didn't care. They were hitting him and they didn't hurt. He was like, yo, you people, what's this? What are you doing? It was like pillows on his face. And the best part was, I'm killing too quick. I should torture you first. I was like, my guy, this is how Mark should be. No offense, but he's practical. He's practical, Jordan. But now, what I mean is strength-wise, this is where Mark should be. This is where that Viltrumite is the strongest among all the variants. All of them don't compare to that one. Because that one, he was enjoying the fight too. If it wasn't for the dark,
because let's be honest, the people who were clapping him, who bullet,
the immortal.
What's that?
Both bullet and the immortal. No, Jordan, you were trying to give him props. You were trying to give him props earlier. Now you're taking the props away.
How are you giving props? What I say earlier on that he's not that strong. He's not. Nolan clapped him. He's not that strong.
But he punched Nolan.
What I'm saying is that he's been alive for so long.
Nolan bled a little. He punched Nolan and Nolan bled.
That was not one. She punched Nolan. The Flash guys, they punched Nolan. He's a regular human, but because he was punching Nolan just fast, I guess. Yes. His hands didn't. Well, his hands were breaking, but he still does damage. So the show we've already established he's inconsistent. That one, yeah. Because Flash without the speed force, if he's punching Superman's chest fast, it doesn't matter how fast, but his hand will break. He'll do any damage. He'll do any damage. But this guy was.
Yeah, but
so like,
I'm not saying
the strongest would be that guy who said he killed Nolan. His Omni-Man.
Yeah, he's just.
The one who said he's killed.
What did he do?
If it's true, then he's the strongest. But yeah.
No, what if in his world Nolan is a bitch? You see, the things, the variants are all different. Some of them have killed.
They're all different.
They're all different. So maybe Nolan is a bitch, and that's why he could kill him. But I'm talking about the one who showed us that he's the boss among them. Because all of them, two were fighting Mark. The one who even said he killed Nolan. He was fighting Mark with the other guy, and they still couldn't land hits. And now Tommy was being a bitch too. She couldn't do anything in that fight. Yeah, they were whooping his ass. I'm saying that they weren't whooping him to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is
that one did.
They were like,
that's where the storyboarding issues come, because now they literally have to spell out that Mark, for these Invincible clothes, they don't seem to be as strong as Mark. They couldn't show it to us because the budget wouldn't allow for it. Because all the punches they were throwing, the Invincible was fighting Mark, the Mohawk guy. The guy was like, yo mommy, you miss your. He's supposed to be weaker than Mark, but from the fights, they're the same. Mark just cornered him and hit his ears, and the guy was like, man,
there is no change in value.
There's no change in value.
There's no change in value. You couldn't see, because like you could have easily solved this by Mark's punches actually have shockwaves, and this guy's punches don't. Like some of these easy just think, but because of the animation, they didn't have time to storyboard it well. So like you can't tell. So I don't know if the two Invincibles who are fighting Mark is one of those scenes where they're like, Charlie, we are about to do conquest in the next episode, so just cut corners and make the fights look underwhelming, or they are actually that weak. Yeah. Well, because Eve said, but she just came and did the shield and they broke through it. I was like, auntie, they're doing this around.
She doing body
shield.
She doing body shield hero.
She's doing the shield. No
Fumitas. She's always going to her Pink Ranger, Power Ranger suit. I'm like, Eve, are you serious? Okay, the budget was a lot in the special, and they had a lot of time to do it. So she was doing moves. But you think someone who has grown from that age to be a fully fledged superhero will show us that she has some experience using her abilities instead of just doing shields and
she's literally a Green Lantern without the ring.
Bro, exactly.
More powerful than the Green Lantern because she controls matter, but she has mental blocks. you can make the air around the Viltrumites heavy so that they get slower or they can't fly properly.
She did it to
And
Conquest.
disoriented them. They can't fly.
She did it to Conquest.
In whole college arc she go on, we don't see results.
No results.
I thought we were going to bring that shit up. Like because when they were fighting at Supermax prison, and then she did the cage around multiplex, or whatever his name is. I thought they were going to do a callback, like she'd do some shit that none of the villains can break. She just did cement block. I was like, that whole thing, they didn't even amount to anything. I thought she would discover some new things.
That same thing is in Ben 10. Gwen, she's an Anodite. They control mana and life energy. All she does is shields and attacks. The exact same thing. Meanwhile,
The CDOs, the plenty.
them plenty. Meanwhile, to like, bro, let them use their abilities, bro. Let them use their. If I was Atom Eve, bro, like, bro, let them use their abilities. But they don't.
Like the things I like to do.
The things me I could do, bro.
Your solar 10 water.
Charlie, like, he just go be naked. Like before.
You have to do your power system work, because otherwise it would be like a Dragon Ball situation where if there's something happening, nobody else is relevant, just get cuckoo over there.
Exactly.
So if they actually made Atom Eve, but my thing is like, sure, you're giving her a mental block, she can't morph organic matter. Cool, that's like a huge nerf, because if she could do that, she could literally just melt their skin or whatever. And he's come up with some in-universe way for her to not be able to utilize her power. Like when she tries to conjure two things at the same time, she gets a nosebleed. So like she has to really focus on one, and then the other one becomes weaker as a result. Like you can't, and then later on when she actually becomes stronger, it's not because she can blow up planets, but now she has the mental fortitude to make multiple things and have them be as strong as. That's a creative way to nerf your character and create a nice progressive character. But she can do everything, but she doesn't make shields.
Do you know the funniest thing she did? When she put the orb over Conquest's head. I'm like, my guy breathes in space, bro. You're not doing anything. You're not blocking his airways. He breathes in fucking space.
He can hold their breath. It's not even breathe in space. He can hold their breath for weeks. Like, that
He flew from space, wherever it was, all the way to Earth. You're not doing shit. And the worst part is, after she did that, she just did two things and whacked it and broke them. I'm like, what are you doing? The guy is a threat. Do you know what you do? You make sure that you can isolate him. You make sure you hold like his arms, his legs, everything. He can't move. And then we find like some ways like where Mark can actually deal some damage. And he's practical, so this time maybe he's going through the guy. But no, Mark 2 is being a bitch.
Put some reinforced gauntlets on Mark's broken arm, and then like his other arm, so he can join him with the fight. Like,
and do you know a funny thing? She can control matter, right?
Because you are human being.
When you finish doing that, you make Mark's skin into the toughest element you've ever found on Earth. And I'm sure they found something. Is that?
Mark's skin is organic.
No, I don't mean his skin.
Like,
the shield, like Jordan is saying, the thing should put over his arm, like the reinforced the Power Ranger suit. Make it into something which can actually do some damage. Then we are like, yeah, now Eve is doing something in the fight. But no, gentlemen, we've reached where we need to reach, which is Conquest. Let's talk about Conquest. My boy Conquest. Stand
Conquest, that fight.
For our rival.
That fight.
I feel so lonely.
And then the way he ended it, he said all of that, and he was like, take it to your grave, and he started choking
the guy did not care.
I'm
Do you know I knew he was going to fuck shit up? When he was like, I want you to resist, I was like, okay, this guy is not here to play. And do you know I knew he was fucked up in the head too? When they went to space, and this guy blew a bubble of his blood, and then he fell into a heart and broke his leg. No. I was like, this guy is going to rape Mark. Like, just like, I was like, bro, no.
Mark.
He was a menace, bro. When he came, I was like, I was kind of sad for Mark too. They just dealt with the Viltrumite war, and then like the variant war, and then all of a sudden you don't have even time to breathe, and then they come, and I'm like, yes, this is why you should be stronger. Because you don't know when they are coming.
That's what I was saying at the beginning of the concept, that they kind of let down that whole arc of the season, because it was supposed to be that he's gotten stronger, but he's holding back. And then when he finally fights Action, Livy and him slack, he didn't kill the one guy he should have killed, and he's feeling all this guilt and shame. Then Conquest drops, and he's like, fine, I'm coming to cut loose and then show you guys how strong. Okay, but you've been showing us how strong you are the whole season. You've not seen anything. So I thought they were even going to go down. I mean, I'll say that Mark has to get stronger. There's no way he can just follow the normal.
That would be a nice story thread, though.
It would have been
a nice story, because we would see that he has actually gotten stronger. He held back with Armstrong Levy. Levy got away. Conquest came and he's unleashing his full strength. He's like Charlie, he bore, right? He's
showing us how strong. And Conquest is somebody who's strong enough to can actually take his punches. He won't just be another repeat of.
And then Conquest is so Conquest exactly, that is it. And then to be futile and be like, Charlie, even though you have been stronger than you have ever been before, you are still not as strong as.
You're still not as strong. And then to justify why Marcus again stronger and all of that.
When he held him and he was like, anger won't make you stronger. I was like, yes, my guy. Yes. That line.
I get him say that line. I'm gonna say Marcus against, because they can't wait for the next 200 years before he reaches peak adult spiritual strength. So I thought that line was there to give us a hint that, because the Viltrumites, we never see any of them fight out of anger. I thought that line was there to give us a hint that because Mark is half human, half Viltrumite, so his adrenaline is what's going to actually give him the edge over other Viltrumites, because they don't fight out of anger. They don't have adrenaline boosts. I'm guessing. I don't read the manga, so I can't read. That's the manga, the comments. So I thought that's what that line, because he said that and then he opened that and picked his hand, like, what? And then he heard it and he was like, okay, what?
Like, he flew at the guy,
and
they clashed punches, right? And you see the shock wave, the sound wave and everything. And I'm like, okay, now maybe Mark has actually come to cut loose. Maybe he's going to understand the situation he's in. Maybe he's pissed off and he's tired of losing this entire time.
Oh no, that fight then force.
Then force for like the fight choreography, right? I like when he
said that Oliver couldn't even keep track of them. Like that's how you think through a fight, and then you storyboard according to everybody. Because there's no way Oliver would come. If it was the regular episode, Oliver would have flown and then come to meet them and then he would chat. But this one, they showed how fast they were both going. That this kid who just started flying like 4 episodes ago, he can't keep up with them. Yeah. Like Charlie, them force. They're really forced them.
When it comes to flying, Mark has a lot of experience, but when it comes to fighting, he sucks. Yes. When it comes to fighting, he sucks. But when it's flying, Mark has experience in flying, so he should have flown out of the planet then. He should have run away, maybe he'll be safe.
I think I may be wrong, but I think Mark was also trying to reduce collateral damage.
Oh, when
I don't remember exactly.
When he threw that punch, when he crashed with that punch, and then you see that shockwave there, Charlie, there's a lot of damage. So at this point in time,
I think that punch happened offshore, it
happened in the city.
Well, there was an island.
The city scattered. I'm talking about the punch they did in the beginning.
The punch
when they landed.
Oh, the beginning. Okay.
That shockwave is.
Yeah. I think that was already.
But nah, niggas were there. That shockwave could kill niggas, bro. Niggas were there. You see that thing? So
never change.
Charlie, when it happened like that, I was like, okay, there's a lot of Mark, take this out of the city. Poor Ichigo. See, I grabbed Aizen and
exactly about
like take it away.
What I thought was going to happen was, since the fight, the whole invasion happened, they finished, right? And then they are trying to rebuild. Then our Conquest drop. I thought he was going to be like, yo, this guy might be a problem. Let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere where this guy will be a problem.
He will be a problem, bro. I want you to.
So let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere where I can unleash. Like that's where I can unleash.
would have been sick if he tried to even do that self. And then Conquest is so strong that Mark is about to take you, and Conquest brings him back. He's like, your weakness is people serve as your downfall. Online, be like, throw him back into the city, and then like Mark has to like, Charlie, they could have also, but the episode was still.
But they actually got to space. So if anything, the best time when you're flying back down, if Conquest didn't bring him down, is to go to some deserted place, and then you are safe.
Really?
They went later on.
No, but the thing too is, I think we are forgetting that no matter no matter where he went, Conquest would have brought him back to the city. You saw what he did to him.
He bullied him, bro.
It's like a bunch of civilians.
He bullied him through the buildings. Sent him right back, gave him the PTSD again. See all these beach people having fun, and these niggas having fun, and these niggas having fun. Just
not my words.
But I'm even shocked the woman reacted to that speed coming. Like the fact that she saw it, I was shocked. I was like, bro, the speed of Conquest is coming.
No. You see. Do you know? I think the animators they put that scene in. They put that scene in. It's like, think about it though. You did GH, right? You did your room inside, and then you see on your phone something is happening in Paris. You're like, oh shit, Charlie, stuff is happening. Like, Charlie, this. I'm lucky I'm safe here.
Niggas be wilded.
I'm lucky I'm safe here. So you're on the beach, you're happy, and then you clock something coming from a distance, and then you realize. In that split second, before your death, you realize what that thing is, and then you accept it.
Just accept it.
Let's put that down.
You just sleep. You don't want trouble, bro. Just close your eyes, bro.
Yeah, civilians in the Invincible universe. Yeah.
But what I like is that they kill you quick. They kill you quick. Everyone was on the beach, like instant. It's instant, bro. At least, it's better there than.
What I like is they kill you quick.
They kill you quick because if you were there when he was doing his ult into the city, where he jumped and crashed into Mark, bro. Like Charlie.
Armed and dangerous.
Crashed into the city. Nah. If you are dropping in some building, it will crush you. Charlie.
So I want to say something here. We've talked about the budget. We talked about the power scaling. We talked about Conquest, right? This may be like, let's talk about the dialogue. And then the voice acting. The dialogue and the voice acting. Charlie. If I were to
earlier episodes, the dialogue was something. I don't know who was doing it. The dialogue was cringe.
First 3 episodes. First 2 episodes was the pauses between sound and what they were saying.
It's like, Jordan, do you know what they were doing? Those pauses were animation tricks so that the budget, cause animating the next scene. Let's pause small. Let's kill the runtime small. Let's kill the run, and because of that, it looks awkward. He just said some cringe shit. Why is it anyone?
Look at Invincible. That we've completely forgotten. Everybody's complaining about the animation. We've completely forgotten that Invincible episodes are essentially 2 standard animated episodes fused into one, because it's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not even your standard. Charlie, and they forced that.
So that's why they did it like that.
23 million.
Yeah. So that's why they had to do it like that. They had to pause the dialogue later on. Superb job. I mean, when Powerplex was raging as hell, he was like,
what do you want?
He sounds like a smoker that just stopped smoking. I can't even do his voice. If I do it, I'll cry. And I want justice. And Invincible's head on a spike. I'm like, my God. Do you know I knew his family was cooked? When he gagged his own kid. You tie your own kid's mouth and tie their hand. I'm like, nah, your family is cooked. Family's cooked.
What's the kid going to do?
What's the kid going to do? I knew the guy was a super villain the moment he did that shit. I was like, this guy is a super villain. Let him die. Let him suffer.
His wife was
wild enough.
His wife was just. You think, I like the way they subverted our expectations. You think this is the part where the wife tells him you've gone too far. Like, then he.
Me, I
I
knew.
knew the wife would do what she did.
I knew.
She said, "You're not
I knew.
like hey, this woman."
She's spot on the
See,
guy.
I knew.
Why you trying to
See,
save me?
as soon as the wife whacked him with the hammer, I knew from then that this woman is not correct.
My God.
This woman is not correct.
Especially when their kid is in the house. It's not like they send their kid to Frank and then Annie's house so that they can babysit
No.
the kid. When they do their crazy shit, they're like, oh no, leave
No.
baby Plex in the crib. Once I hit you with this hammer, once I hit you with the hammer, me, I even thought the hammer was going to be like a tall hammer, like you use it like in battle or something.
No.
Yeah.
Steel hammer. Steel.
Hammer, yeah. Then Charlie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, this woman is crazy. Something is going to happen to them. And then they got cooked. And I was like, yeah, makes sense. And now the guy is going to hate him more and more. And I'm like,
As soon as
what can you do?
I don't know, but I think we could all tell that the woman was going to get cooked as soon as we saw this thing.
Yeah.
We saw it. Me and
He
me.
brought them there.
When I saw
Oh,
the
yeah.
baby, me, if it was just a woman, I would say maybe she will get cooked. But when I saw the baby to get cooked, I was like, this man has lost his brain. He's tied and guard his own baby. They are not safe around him. Take him out. Take him away from his family. Like this is the one time, like, you know what? Take this man away from his family. Charlie, he cooked them, bro. He cooked them. And you know that was a painful cooking. You know, because it was electricity. It's not fire.
It's not even fire, electricity. I'm sure his wife, she was just there, like rooting for him. Yes, kill Invincible, kill him. And then the lightning bolt started coming, and she was like,
she closed her eyes.
Invincible villains. See, the Invincible villains. In fact, you have to shit on Action Lee because Action Lee is probably the dumbest Invincible villain yet. Because, bro, why are you? They already showed us that in every mob, or not every mob, but most of the other universes, Mark teams up with Nolan and he claps your family, whatever resistance you are forming. He always claps you for whatever reason. But the one good Mark is the one you feuded against so much that you went to get the other, because the Sinister Invincible, all the other. When he...
Powerplex. Nah, you see, Powerplex. I hope he starts to hate him. I hope he starts to hate himself. I hope he starts to hate himself. I hope he starts to hate himself because at the end of the day, he hates Mark for Mark trying to survive against his dad. So I hope he starts to hate himself for killing his wife, right? Doing something where his wife and child were collateral damage. Hate yourself to Powerplex. But the guy has lost his brain, so he will never do it.
He's lost his mind,
He's
yeah.
lost his mind. So, Armstrong, you were saying like he's...
Yeah, actually, he's the dumbest villain in the show so far because you hate the one good Mark so badly that the other evil Marks because again, Armstrong Levy, he's like an amalgamation of the other Armstrong Levy, so he has all their memories. So he has essentially experienced all their pain. And you went to hire the Marks who killed the families of these other Armstrong, because the Sinister Mark, they showed you Season 2, he was murking Armstrong Levy's family. The other Mark with the inverse blue and yellow costume. These are the Marks that were murking your family in other realities. You brought them to come and murk the one good Mark. He's so dumb. I'm like, but like, yeah, he's gone insane. That's part of his character. He literally went insane and his head is
all of them. Then get brain damage, emotional damage, like critical damage, all his
emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Heck, even Conquest Crack get emotional damage. No one wants to talk to him. He did party inside that. The bro will come in there say, hey, Conquest, how are your wife and kids doing? No. Conquest be the only person for the group chat inside. Even though it's a group chat.
Doesn't get a name.
It doesn't get a name.
Doesn't get a name. Only a purpose.
Charlie.
Conquest.
That's
Charlie.
hard. That's hard.
See, that's the dialogue.
That's the dialogue they should have been using.
See what Mark said. when he thought Eve was dead, he was like, I can see the future. I don't know where those bars came from, but like, I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow. Like, I mean, you know when Mark learns poetry, but
You people, they talk about this. You forget Cecil. As Cecil, they give bars to
you can die. You can. Yeah, he was like, you can be the good guys, or you can be the one who save the world.
Yes.
And
That's
this
why
season is the bars.
you can hold back or you can be
Cecil said-
practical and understand that if we don't have you, we are in trouble. The entire planet is in trouble. All the people you love, your mom, your girlfriend, your brother, all of them are dead. This guy should be with Cecil the entire time. Understand his methods. Work with him. Get stronger. Get ready for Viltrumites that will be coming. Guys like, no.
Okay, what's interesting about this?
Look, kid, we've had our differences. We're still on the same side. We're still trying to save lives. And we're still the good guys.
Charlie, we are still the good guys.
Yeah, we're still trying to save lives. We're still on the same side. We're the good guys. Just put your Durag on Season 10 and let him start.
Durag
start his mixtape. Start your mixtape, bro.
So like he's about to drop an album. Charlie, and then Donald is there. He's like, he's what do you call it? It's DJ or something. Like, DJ Donald, Durag Cecil.
Charlie. So
Charlie,
with all of this, with everything being said, right? I want to find the final thing. Who, in your opinion, right, would be the MVP of season 3? MVP, in your opinion.
Conquest.
MVP.
MVP.
That's the thing. What's MVP? What has the most your favorite character from the season, or the one who?
Everything was done well with that character.
Well, with that character.
Me, I'll say Conquest, bro. Like his voice actor is the best, right? And there's some in-universe, out-universe type, conflict between him and the voice actor. So that was great. From The Walking Dead, his dialogue was superb. His action was superb. Like, I understand they put a lot of work into it. That's why he's the best for me. But I just like that he came, he showed up, and he did his thing, right? I cannot, like, he was written so well. I understand why he would come and say, I want you to resist, but I want to have some fun.
Yeah.
You see that in
Yep.
I understand. I'm like, I understand you, my guy.
I can get behind that answer. I can get behind that because think of it. This person comes. The first thing is like, you resist. I beg. Make it fun. Make it fun. I beg you. And then later on, he goes like, Charlie, I'm so lonely. I'm like, nobody wants to talk to me.
Charlie,
Goes to planets,
Charlie. This honestly, for a character that came for one episode ish, he really I can get behind the answer. But Charlie, that is your answer, right? Charlie, you too, Jordan.
I'll say Cecil. Cecil is like the MVP of the season because Cecil, he's literally the lifeblood of what the show is trying to tell us, that everything exists in the gray. Because Cecil started off as a mark. He was the one who wanted to jump in head first and be the good guy and all that. And then they literally burnt all of that off him. The acids, then the toxic smoke just burnt all of this off him, and he had to keep a reminder. He specifically kept that part of his face from regenerating so that he would be reminded of him and how silly his ideology was and how it almost got everybody killed, because you need to work in the gray to save lives. Like Cecil, and he was also trying to teach Mark, but Mark is still a kid, so he eventually learned that. So I'd say Cecil was the MVP. Like, I'd say he's the best written character in this current season. I'd say Mark, in the power and consistency. Yeah, this current season. In the power and consistency, they bomb me too much about Mark, so I can't say Mark.
Yeah.
But I'd say Cecil.
Good run. And then Israel.
Powerplex.
Powerplex too.
Why do you laugh?
Powerplex.
Why do you laugh?
I'm laughing.
Oh, Powerplex is very valuable.
Oh no, I
Powerplex
understand.
is very valuable.
I understand.
The fact that it is very rare. My point is, it is very, very rare, right? For us to get, as Jordan was saying, it's very, like, they showed us one episode. I mean, the beginning part of that episode, they showed us the villain side of the story. How them they break, then they forget money, then they have to shun, then go and get actual jobs, and then come and be actual people. All of that. The same thing with Powerplex. This guy was a normal dude who had like some mega powers. We don't even know how he got his powers. He just had some mega powers. He was entertaining his niece with, and then his foster sister or something. And then they know Omni-Man and then Invincible just come whammy them, blare them. This is something that can mess up his psyche, and it's
and no news coverage about like
news.
nobody taking accountability.
He's been following this thing for years, but nothing is being done. So it could mess up, and after everything, he comes to believe that Invincible is at fault. Invincible, to make it just calm, them to can't talk, say, oh, you Charlie chill. The guy was running away from him. I believe, say, personally, I know this may be false, but they believe, say, if Invincible just came and went like you, like man to man, right? I'm sorry. Like I know, I can't bring them back.
He explains what actually, because
he saw what he saw was Invincible holding his sister's arm or something, and then Omni-Man just come fly down.
I don't know, like Powerplex, like I get what you're saying, Paul, like, it's very true. Mark should have shared his perspective, but Powerplex was also working at the GD for how many? Like he knows. Everybody in the GD knows.
That's my point.
So like,
because he has snapped, right? And that is what makes him. He's not the best villain, right? Not closest, but it makes him relatable, because some of us will go that mile, like we will blind ourselves so much that we wouldn't want to see the truth. We are working, as you're saying, he's working in a place where Mark self, then they train him, then they do everything plus stuff. He should be aware of the good things that Mark is doing, but he's like, nah, this guy killed my sister.
Like, nah.
Exactly. That's why the whole rant, Charlie, that's why the whole rant they be me. What do I want?
Powerplay, like they did a really, really good job with Powerplex. Because like even when he started himself, I just remember that when he was chasing that lady in the car park, he was just asking her so that he was asking her to conduct an investigation into what happened. Because all you're seeing is that Mark fought this guy, so many people have died, but Mark is still flying around like he's
flying around doing like.
And he broke into the Pentagon to a 13 CISO, and he didn't no consequence.
He just do investigation. Like, funny enough, he didn't even want to be a villain. He just started investigation. Like, let's get some answers. Let's get some clarification. Let's get some closure.
It seems like they never told everyone in Chicago, right, what was happening there. Just that heroes and
everything
scattered everything.
They couldn't. I mean, you can't tell them that Ultramites are coming to.
Yeah. But that means vote from the boys. They are actually better at PR than anyone in the US government. vote would have come and then actually we are sorry. Something they would have come and then what? Buy our this one Black Noir, this one shirts. Buy our merch. Just selling merch. Vote there.
Maybe the fourth was and put it on our Twitter. Our Twitter.
Alright, so this is a great discussion. I really enjoyed the discussion. Favorite scene, like quickly, favorite scene. My favorite scene is when Powerplex cooked his family. Alright, Israel. I'm joking. My favorite scene is when Conquest came. Like when he just came. That's my favorite scene. Like when he just dropped. Start off my arrival. Like it was just cold, bro. It was cold.
My favorite scene also involves Conquest, but it's a very different scene.
Which scene? Hey, slap Oliver, bro. Slap that kid. Jordan, favorite scene.
Always about send him to a napkin.
Charlie,
this guy
is that your favorite scene, Jordan, when you were turning into a napkin?
Favorite scene this season. I
I know what it is. I know what it is. The centipede.
Clearly, he didn't like
And they can't fight my cameras.
He didn't like the centipede.
Favorite scene. Charlie. Unless maybe Cecil's episode.
When,
I guess yeah, Cecil's episode.
when he was saving the
Because the complex fight the power.
yeah
Yeah, when he was saving everyone from this thing.
from the gas. This one. Okay, nice one. Right.
Because like it showed, I thought they would take the easy route out, and then somebody would take reinforcements of busting at the right moment. But nah, this guy literally had to go lose the thing. The thing was melting his skin off, and he was the guy was still holding on to it with only bones. It's like I respect his for doing that.
Right. That's great. Okay, so gentlemen, thank you so much. That was a very great discussion. You know, audience, tell us your favorite scene, favorite character, favorite, situation in this season, right? Give us your
thoughts. Tell us what you agree on. Tell us what you disagree on.
Yeah. Fight us in the comments.
Share your opinions in the comments. Share your opinions in the comments. Don't fight us.
Comment, subscribe.
We can't beat us worms.
Yeah. So
you can't stand ready for our arrival.
You can't stand ready for the arrival. And then like, comment, subscribe.
We can't stand ready for our coming.
Hey, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when we do a video like this, you are notified. And maybe the next thing we'll do is watch
yeah. Do your homework every day.
Everything we will,
read the Bible, pray every day.
Read your Bible, pray every day.
You want to go
to the street, all of that
stuff. And then we'll see you next time. We'll do another video like this when something we are all interested in comes across. Right, gentlemen, say bye bye to the people on YouTube.
Bye. Fuck.